everyone. Today I am going to discuss anti-malarial drugs. There is a series of lectures for anti-malarial drugs. Today I am going to discuss lecture 1, which include introduction, life cycle of malarial parasite, symptoms of malaria and classification of anti-malarial agents. Now introduction, start with what is anti-malarial drugs. Drugs which are useful for the prophylaxis, treatment and prevention of malaria or relapses of malaria are known as the anti-malarial drugs. Now what is malaria? Malaria is a protozoal disease that is caused by the infection of Protozoa plasmodium, and this is spread by female Anopheles mosquito. Out of several hundred species of Plasmodium, 4 species which infect the male. First one is Plasmodium falciparum. It causes the tertian or subtertian form of malaria. Now what is tertian? In tertian malaria, fever may reoccur on every second day. In subtertian malaria is characterized by continuous fever, and about 50% of malarial cases are because of the species Plasmodium falciparum. Second one is Plasmodium vivax. It is a mild tertian form of malaria, and about 40% of malarial cases are because of species Plasmodium vivax. Next one is Plasmodium malaria. It is responsible for the quartan form of malaria. Now what is quartan form of malaria? In this malaria, fever may reoccur on every third day, or you can say after every 72 hours fever may occur in Plasmodium malaria infection. Next one is Plasmodium ovale. It is mild tertian form of malaria, and it is generally seen in West African people. Now, life cycle of malarial parasites. As I said, malarial parasite spend 2 phases in different 2 hosts. One is insect host and second one is human host, right? In insect host, it spend sexual phase, and in human host, parasite spend a sexual form of its life cycle. Now, malarial infection is initiated by bite of the insect host, right? Infected insect store the sporozoites into its salivary gland, so that when insect bite the human, it releases the sporozoites from its salivary gland into the bloodstream of human, right? Now, after 1 to 2 hours of biting of insect to the human, this sporozoite enter into the parenchymatous cells of liver, right? Inside the parenchymatous cells of liver, multiplication of sporozoites occur by nuclear division and form primary seasons. The seasons which formed from the sporozoite directly are known as the primary seasons. Now again, these seasons continue to grow inside the parenchymatous cell of liver, right, and converted into merozoites, right? After a time, the parenchymatous cells will rupture because of internal force of lots of cell of seasons. That's why parenchymatous cells will rupture and releases about 20,000 of merozoites inside into the bloodstream, right? Now, this merozoite enter into the blood. Sometime these merozoites again grow inside the parenchymatous cells and form secondary seasons, and these secondary seasons releases as merozoites into the blood. This stage is known as the pre-erythrocytic or exoerythrocytic phase of infection. Now, merozoites inside the blood invade the erythrocytes, fresh erythrocyte, that is red blood cells, RBC, right? During this invasion, what happened in the erythrocyte? These merozoites uses the plasma constituent as well as hemoglobin as a food or for the survival. For survival, it gain the raw material, collect the raw material from plasma as plasma constituent as well as hemoglobin of the RBC, and will grow and multiply inside the RBC, right? What type of raw material it collect? For the synthesis of protozoal DNA and RNA, that is nucleic acid, it collect the purine bases, that is adenine and guanine, as well as pentose sugar and phosphate to form the nucleotides. And from this type of nucleotide, it synthesize the DNA and RNA and multiply and grow inside the erythrocytes, right? Now, after sometimes merozoites undergo asexual multiplication and form the daughter cell seizones. This repeated multiplication of seizones will rupture the erythrocyte and releases about 6 to 24 more merozoites into the circulation, right? Now, this released merozoites again invade the fresh erythrocyte, and this cycle is repeated, right? This stage is known as the schizogony phase of infection or erythrocytic phase of infection, and this phase is continue for 48 to 72 hours. Continue for 48 to 72 hours, right? After this phase, some of the erythrocytic merozoites develop into male and female gametocytes by some unidentified mechanism. There is no known mechanism for the conversion of merozoites to the male gametocytes and female gametocytes, right? By unidentified mechanism, merozoites are converted into male and female gametocytes, right? Now, this type of gametocytes or sexual form are present in infected human blood. Now, when this type of infected blood ingested by female mosquito, the sexual form, that is gametocytes, are present into the gut wall of the insect. Inside the gut wall of insect, this type of gametocyte cause the reproduction, sexual reproduction, and form the zygote, right? Now, through various stages of development, zygote converted into sporozoites, and this sporozoite is localized into the salivary gland of insect, and when this type of insect bite the human host, it releases the sporozoite into the blood of human, and this cycle is repeated, right? So remember, there are two phases of life cycle of malarial parasite inside the insect host and inside the human host. Inside the insect host is spent sexual phase, and inside the human host is spent the asexual phase, right? Again, in asexual multiplication or in inside the human host, there are two phases, erythrocytic or pre-erythrocytic or exoerythrocytic phase, and second one is erythrocytic phase. Next one are symptoms of malaria. In pre-erythrocytic phase, there are no symptoms because symptoms occur about 12 to 16 days after the mosquito bite, right? So that we can say there is no symptoms during the pre-erythrocytic phase. In case of erythrocytic phase, it is responsible for the occurrence of different type of symptoms of malaria. like symptoms like nausea, vomiting, severe chills, delirium, and fever may reappear after every 3 to 4 days, depending upon the species of protozoa and thus malaria, a type of malaria, right? As the erythrocytic phase continues, there is increased number of erythrocyte will degraded or destruction, undergoes the destruction. It will result in severe form of anemia, right? Due to destruction of the erythrocyte, anemia may occur. During this process, again, our erythrocytic phase, hemoglobin also undergoes the breakdown process or destruction. That's why there is a increase the blood level of the bilirubin, and it will lead to the jaundice. Right? Now, classification of anti-malarial drugs. First class is quinolines. In quinolines, there are 3 subclasses. First one is cinchona alkaloids. Example, quinine, quinidine, cinchonine, and cinchonidine. Right? Third subclass is 4-aminoquinoline. Examples are chloroquine, amodiaquine, and third subclass is 8-aminoquinoline. Examples are primaquine, pamaquine, and quinoside. Right? The first class is quinoline, and there are again 3 subclasses: cinchona alkaloid, then 4-aminoquinoline, and 8-aminoquinoline. Now, fourth one is again quinoline methanol. Example is mefloquine. Second main class is 9-aminoacridine. Example are quinacrine and acriquine. Third one is 2,4-diaminopyrimidine. Example are pyrimethamine and trimethoprim. Fourth one is biguanides and dihydrotriazines. Examples are proguanil and cycloguanil. Proguanil is biguanides and cycloguanil is dihydrotriazine. Biguanide is prodrug of dihydrotriazine. Biguanides inside the body converted into active form dihydrotriazine. Fifth one is sulfonamide and sulfones. Examples are sulfadiazine and dapsone. Sixth one is sesquiterpenes. Examples are artesunate and artemether. Seventh one is naphtha-quinone derivative. Example is etavoquone. Now, again revise the classification with structures. First one is quinine. Right? It is the example of cinchona alkaloid, which is obtained from the natural source. Second one is chloroquine and amodiaquine. These are the example of 4-aminoquinoline. See in structure, all quinoline ring is present. Quinine as well as chloroquine and amodiaquine. Quinoline ring is present, and in chloroquine and amodiaquine there is presence of amino group at 4th position. That's why it is known as the 4-aminoquinoline derivative. Next one is primaquine and pamaquine. These are the 8-aminoquinoline derivative. In this, amino group is present in the 8th position of quinoline ring. That's why they are the 8-aminoquinoline derivative. Next one is mefloquine. It is quinoline methanol derivative. Right? On quinoline ring, there is a methanol group is present, CHOH, and this substituted methanol is present and substituted with piperazine ring. Next one is quinacrine. It is 9-aminoacridine derivative. Here acridine ring is present. Right? 3 ring are fused to benzene ring, and one is pyridine ring fused to each other, and this is acridine ring, and in acridine ring at 9th position amino group is present. Next one is pyrimethamine. It is 2,4-diamine dipyridine derivative. Pyrimidine derivative. Here pyrimidine ring is present. It is 6-member ring with 2 nitrogen atom at 1,3 position. Pyrimidine ring, and on pyrimidine ring, second and fourth position amino group is present. Amino groups are present. That's why 2,4-diamino pyrimidine derivative. Next one is proguanyl. It is biguanide derivative. Here biguanide structure is present. Guanide, that is NH2, C double bond NH, NH2, that is guanide. Here 2 guanide molecule are fused. That's why it is known as the biguanide derivative. Second one is cycloguanyl. It is diamino triazine derivative. Right? Here triazine ring is present, 6-member ring with 3 alternative nitrogen atom, and on this triazine ring 2 amino group are present. That's why diamino triazine derivative. Next one is sulfadiazine, example of sulfonamide. Sulfonamide structure is present. Next one is dapsone. Here it is a sulfone derivative. Sulfone group is present. Next one is artesunate and artemether. They are the sesquiterpene derivatives. Sesquiterpene structure is present in both artesunate and artemether. And last one is etoquone. It is naphthaquinone derivative. Naphthaquinone ring is present. Substituted naphthaquinone ring, and it is example is etoquone. Now in next lecture we will discuss about the different anti-malarial drugs. Thank you.